Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally happened. The great confrontation of our time. Reports are still coming in from the front, but we now have an idea just what occurred between Roman forces and the terrorist Helvetii state. Last time we reported that Caesar was in hot pursuit of the barbarians, but due to a blunder from one of his scouts, was unable to seize upon a decisive battle opportunity that would have spelled the end of the war. Seeing that the conflict was not likely to reach a quick resolution, Caesar altered his course away from the Helvetii and marched towards BIBRACTE, the capital of the Aedui, to rearm and resupply. It seems that the Helvetii scouts relayed this tactical shift by our proconsul as proof that the Romans were fleeing in fear, and it was decided among the barbarian leadership that they ought to seize upon this opportunity and attack. Helvetii insurgents caught up with the Roman rearguard the very next day, and Caesar, ever faithful in the strength and spirit of our boys, turned to give the barbarians what they came for: slaughter. The Romans took control of a nearby hill and showered the enemy with a hail of javelins. Their phalanx broken by this barrage, the Helvetii turned feral, shouting up to their demon gods before charging by the thousands against our lines. But our boys held firm, and even after a contingent of 15,000 men arrived to reinforce the Gallic menace, the legion didn't give an inch, and slowly began gaining ground against the horde. The fighting lasted through the twilight hours, and ended when our boys took control of the Helvetii heavy baggage and forced the enemy to retreat in a northeastern direction. Caesar, concerned for his wounded, chose not to give chase, and instead sent word to the northeastern tribes that any who gave aid to the Helvetii would be treated as an enemy. And indeed, when the Helvetii realized that there was no hope, they sent an embassy to Caesar, formally declaring their surrender. The meetings are scheduled to take place over the next week, and I, RICTUS FICTUS, will be there to give you the details. Until next time, Centurions, keep your eyes on the trees.